Cute Little Dead People asked, what? Is Jen interested in having kids? Do you ever feel socially stigmatized for your position on having children? I'm child-free myself, and I feel like anytime it's brought up to my coworkers, friends, family, I'm often told that I'll change my mind or that I should have kids before it's too late.
So I'm going to start off this question just by saying that I think it's like fine because she wants to ask us this question, but I think it's in the workplace or even if you don't know someone that well, I think it's such an invasive question to ask a woman. Do you want kids? Do you plan on having kids? Because not only is it their choice that it's up to them to decide if they want to share that with you or not, but also you don't know what struggles they've potentially been going through. You don't know if they've had previous miscarriages or health conditions or anything like that. And I just think it's very invasive to try to, kind of bring up that possible trauma. I don't think it's fair to do that to someone. I think a woman should share what she wants to share when she wants to share it. So I think it's kind of rude for people, especially coworkers that maybe you aren't very friendly with or don't know you that well that ask you those questions just because you were born female. It's not, I don't think it's an appropriate question.
I completely agree with you, and you guys know my perspective is the same and has been the same. I think it's just tricky because people are like socially conditioned to thinking that women will have kids and that there is a clock ticking if they don't. So once you hit 30, when you having those babies, like it's not cute, it's not funny, it's not it shouldn't be the norm. I'm arguing, you're arguing that, like, why is this normalized to act like this? I think it's, like, so old school and traditional and reminds me of, like, what a 50-year-old man would say to someone, but not something our or subsequent generations should be saying. I hope that people kind of shift their perspectives on that. And it starts with people like us saying, don't ask that shit. If someone wants to have kids, they'll tell you. Trust me.
Right.
They will tell you on Facebook. They will text you. They'll let you know. Like, if they're happy they're having kids, and that's totally great and can be great news for people. But you don't flip it. You don't ask someone when they are going to do something that they may not have ever said that they want to do, that they can do. You don't know their lives.
It's not fair to assume that that's something they want to do just because they were born a certain sex, right?
Yeah.
And
just...
Sorry.
Or sister. I just want to say this person's asking the question very respectfully.
Yes.
So, like, it's not like we're...
No. I have no issue with this
Yeah,
question.
Yeah.
I think it's great that she asked the question. She or he, I don't know if she asked or he, if they asked the question, because I think it is an important topic, right? Like, for people to be aware that maybe it's not okay to ask those questions to people that you don't really know just because they're a certain sex. And also on the point of people saying to you, oh, you'll change your mind. That's totally unfair to say to someone.
That's just rude and condescending.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they have a right to their own choice and what they want to do with their life, with their body, with their future. And it is not okay for someone to say, oh, don't worry, sweetie, you'll change your mind. Or like when the right man comes along or that stuff like that.
Literally shut up.
I can't stand that because
I hate that.
It's not about the man or your partner or whatever it may be. It's about you and your choice.
Yeah, and it feels incredibly like infantilizing and condescending whenever someone has told me that. And it's like I've had people close to me say that too. Yeah. And like I want to like throw up when people say that to me. I don't. But
that would be messy.
Yeah, you just, when someone asks you that, you can just respond politely. I try not to get mad, even though I am frustrated that I constantly have the internet asking me this question. I think most of my followers know, like, not to, or like that's inappropriate, but I do occasionally get people asking me that, or when you're getting married, or, because there's young people on the internet who just think that that's a normal thing to do. And I think, like, the best response is just to be like, well, you don't have to say anything, first of all. So, like, you never have to respond to anyone.
You can say, I don't want to answer this question.
Yeah. I usually respond sarcastically, but that's just my approach to things. Like, if someone's like, when is he going to put a ring on that finger? And I'm like, yes, you're right. I need a man to complete my life. It just hasn't happened yet. But like, I'm being sarcastic.
Yeah.
And I think it's kind of up to you how you want to deal with that. But yeah, don't ask people when they're having kids.
I think it's okay to ask if you're seeking advice for yourself.
Sure.
Say maybe if you're trying to look for someone to relate to or seek their advice.
Yeah, sorry, we didn't mean to put it that way.
I think it's okay in that context, but just because, you're a female and some generations think that's why you were put on the earth.
Maybe it's different depending on your relationship with the person. Yeah. Like if it's one of your close friends and you want to have this conversation, I'm pretty sure they're not going to be offended. Like you just want to talk, maybe see if you have some common ground or ask advice. But you don't say this shit to strangers on the internet. Like that doesn't make sense to me.
Or like random colleagues that you like try. It's not a small conversation topic. Let's just put it at that. Like
it's not small talk.
Exactly.
Small talk sucks.
Yeah.
Don't make it worse.